morning, family. Welcome to HGW Community 72. I am Miss B, Bohemian Soul. I am on my way to work and just wanted to come and say hi to the family. Good morning, and to do a video for you all. So this subject topic came from a reel that I saw actually very, very early this morning. So I'm usually in the gym like 4 a.m. like 4:15 a.m. and I'm scrolling and I've seen this person before. He does like different reels and things like that, but he was talking about how basically, you will meet a person. This particular subject he was talking about was you'll meet the person that you're supposed to be with, and it will be more of like a spirit soul connection. Basically you having what it is that they need spiritually, soulfully, and that it was in the department of healing. In the department of healing, basically he was saying like, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but basically he was saying how, you have to be healed, right? And attract that person and have the ability or the capability not to necessarily heal them, but you being healed and them being healed, that's what's going to attract the two of you. So like I said, I didn't want to watch the whole thing because for me, when I watched it and I heard him say it, I said I don't want to watch the whole thing because that's something that I want to talk to, and I didn't want too much information from him, if that makes any sense. And so I want to talk to when you are healed or at a high level of your healing journey from the ending of a past marriage or a long-term relationship, and how it is so important. I'm talking to the women. It is so important that you be self-assured, put together, whole, before your next comes. Your next relationship, long-term relationship, your next marriage, your man, your future man, your future spouse. And I say that because I know for me, having ended a marriage, I definitely did the therapy, did the self-evaluation, have done the taking time out, the self-reflection, and looking at the part in which I played, because that's huge. Looking at the part that I played in the dissolution, I'm using legal terms, of my marriage. Because like I've said, it takes two for a thing to work or not. The ending of a marriage, long-term relationship, is not just one-sided. And for me, when the marriage was ending, and then when it ended, I had started therapy, talking to a professional therapist. I did a lot of self-reflection, and it was hard, and it was not pretty, but it was necessary. It was necessary Because I never took on the mindset, or have never taken on the mindset, that there are no good men left. And I would hope the same for any woman that is watching this. And I know that I'm able to say that and to feel that and to really believe that because I did my self-reflection. I did my healing. Right? Because my heart is still soft. My heart is still a heart of flesh. It's not hard and calloused. And so a lot of times as women, when the marriage or the long-term relationship has ended, and then we're at a point, let's say it's a year, 2 years, and we're starting to maybe date, or getting the thought process of, yes, I do want to be in another relationship. I do, if this is something that you want to do, I want to definitely be in another marriage. And we have all of these prerequisites of how he can't come. He can't come he can't come with kids, or he has to come making 6 figures, and he has to come knowing that he's going to have to be responsible for my children if you have children, because most of us that have ended a long-term relationship or marriage, they're children. He has to come knowing that he's going to have to take on my financial responsibilities, and that's foolishness, because no, he don't. But we say those things from a place of not being healed. Because if you're speaking about all of the ways in which he needs to come, and it's usually very superficial, right? It's very materialistic. You're not healed. And even the way in which you may communicate, like say you meet a man and you guys, you're going on your first couple of dates or communicating over the phone, you're speaking from a place of not being healed. But you're expecting, you still have the residue of the old relationship, the old marriage on you. Regardless of what you say, the way you speak, that residue is still on you. And that's why you haven't gotten no man. And won't get one. A real one. You won't. Because your old residue, your old relationship, that's what's speaking for you. And that's what they see. So know that before the good Lord sends you your Boaz, so to speak, going biblical a little bit, you got to be ready, Ruth. And not just because, you prayed and you've read some scripture, and has your heart been healed? Has your heart been healed? Has your spirit been healed? Has your soul been healed? Because if not, he ain't coming. I mean, you deal with some knuckleheads and some people that men that you can, get your rocks off, knock some boots and stuff like that, but it's nothing serious. You talking about you want a man, like you want a real man to live out the rest of your life with, but you still have the residue of the old on you. You're speaking from an old, angry, bitter place. That's what you are still attracting, because that's what you still are projecting. So that's what I wanted to talk to this morning. You're not going to attract that healed, ready man, right? Because at the age that we are at, and I'm talking about those of us that are in our late 30s through 60s, we've more than likely been in long-term relationships. We've been in marriages. So the man that we want, or that's for us, has been through some things too. But this sun is beaming. Oh my Lord. I don't even know if y'all can see me. But he may have put in the work, has done his healing and things like that, and you haven't. So that soul connection, that spirit connection, that connection of healing, it's not going to be there until you've done your part. It is going to be a healing connection. That's what is needed for you to step into your next marriage or committed long-term relationship. That's what I wanted to talk to this morning. It has to be a healing or a healed connection. Family, listen, remember, be great to yourself because you are great. Be great to your family. They deserve your greatness. Be great to your community. Without love, self-love first, we have absolutely nothing. And as always, clarity is key, but without consistency, we have no balance. Family, it's about a healed connection. Be well.